I didn't realize that my anxiety had gotten loads better over the last while. It tends to be that way. I notice it's gone and then it's back to business, full steam ahead, and the feeling becomes a memory that I never really think about. I don't think about it to the point that I forget to realize I'm not anxious these days, and I feel like I'm in control until it comes back. And it's been ages since I had panic attacks regularly. Part of my life is panic attacks, and I don't think they'll ever go away. I think I'm wired that way, and I think I always have been. I think I've had them for as long as I can remember, and they feel like a part of me. I don't mind it either. Every couple of months I can deal with it. It even makes me feel more like myself sometimes, because every other part of me changes, and sometimes I'm unrecognizable to myself, especially since I came into my current job. When I was a teenager, I think I had a stronger sense of self than I do now, which is weird to say, but it feels true. And I discredit her as being wrong about who I was because I disagree now with her ideas and her feelings, but the way I felt then was as true as the way I feel now. We're just different. Anyway, in a time of overwhelming change, my fear is one thing that's constant. And it's unpleasant because even though I've had thousands of panic attacks in my life, some periods welcoming multiple of them a day, I never feel more assured that I know the course of the experience. Each one is as real as the first, and each one brings me back to a solid, never-changing version of myself. It made me sad when I realized this is part of myself that I'm now clinging to. I've been mourning myself a lot lately. I've changed so much, and mostly in good ways. I'm proud of the change. It came through learning, self-reflection, sometimes realizations that hurt. Some of it came from laughter and funny conversations. All of this goodness aside, I've departed from old versions of myself that make me sometimes feel overwhelmed and fearful. All this to say, panic attacks have become something I cling to for a sense of self. I did it at 6, 16, 20, and today, and that's the only thing we have left in common. I've been leaning into things that bring me joy, like car figurines, rock collections, and writing. These are the things I've loved my whole life, and they bring me inexplicable happiness. My mom had a collection of fossils and rocks in her closet in a glass case. When I was really young, I used to sneak in there and find them tucked between her shoes, and I wasn't meant to go in there alone, but I would often rummage through, find them, and sit and stare at the foot of her bed. Now I find rocks, and I take them home, and I hold them and stare at them and feel the same weird sense of satisfaction I did then, but I just don't feel any closer to myself. We're doing the same thing, feeling the same emotions, but I feel like I'm enacting a scene from a TV show I saw, rather than getting closer to an older version of myself. To my point on the anxiety, I had forgotten this feeling. For months, I feel like I've been living free of it. When I got back from my most recent trip to New York, I couldn't stop thinking about all the times I should have washed my hands and didn't, and all the food that I ate that I didn't prepare myself, and the fact that I was not careful. And since then, I found my heart racing all day.